Hey everyone, this is James from Mad River Homestead here in Southwest Ohio. And today I'm getting started on a project that I've really been wanting to get done. And that is refurbishing G's shelter. Now that shelter was originally for 2 goats. We had both of our bucks in there. They got along pretty well. Ezra, we ended up selling him to someone, so he's no longer there. And I think G kind of took a page from Ezra and started really beating up on the sides of his shelter, and it was metal. So that's part of what I'm going to be refurbishing. I've already taken the sides off. You can see they're pretty bent up. That's not even the worst one. There were some that were pretty bad. So this is what the shelter looks like currently. I already took all the sides off, as I said, and totally forgot to record any of it. So bringing you in a little bit late, but you really haven't missed a whole lot. I used the tractor, used the backhoe, and kind of dug this out a little bit. Just kind of been working on getting that level so I can go ahead and put the gravel in. I'll put a board across here and then just use the existing frame boards as my form for the concrete. Now, if you're considering getting goats and thinking about what you're going to do is in terms of a shelter, I would highly recommend just going ahead and laying a concrete pad down first. It's not too hard. I use a Harbor Freight concrete mixer that I bought for $120, and it does great work. I'll be showing that in part of this video. I am no expert when it comes to concrete, but I've already done a couple of different concrete pads, and they both turned out really well. This is the most recent concrete pad I did. With this one, I actually made the concrete pad before I put all the framing and the sides for the shelter. And it really makes a difference at cleanup time. Even though Spike is a fairly small goat, he still puts out a lot of poop. And if you know anything about goats, they poop anywhere. Where they sleep, where they eat, wherever, it doesn't matter, they will poop. And having the concrete pad just makes that a whole lot easier task when it comes to cleanup. So I'm going to finish leveling out the dirt a little bit, and then we'll get some gravel in here. Now, in my experience, the dirt and the gravel don't have to be exactly level. I do feel like you need 2 to 3 inches at least of the gravel. That's going to give you a good base for the concrete. I also needed to backfill a little bit because there were gaps at the bottom of my forms. So I just backfilled a little bit there just to keep that gravel from falling out. Now, once I had my last board in to complete my form, the next step was to go scoop up some gravel and get it in there and get it leveled. Now, I've had this gravel since I did my very first pad. And one thing about gravel is it doesn't go bad on you. What it will do is get very compacted. So I was very happy that I had that new tractor to work with. It only took me about 2.5 scoops to get that gravel to the level that I needed. Tell you one thing, if I'd been having to work with a shovel and a wheelbarrow, it would have definitely taken a lot longer than it did. Well, it took a few days for us to get back to the job because of extenuating circumstances, during which time G, sleeping in his shed as always, had made quite an indentation in that smoothed out gravel that we had done. So Braylon really got to work and got it smoothed back out for us so we could pour the concrete. Now, I had a little bit of fun at Braylon's expense right there, showing some of those shots, but I have to say, he has really been so helpful. He really helped a lot on this job, and he's been staying with us the whole summer, and he's been really helping me a lot around the place. Now, as I said earlier, I got this cement mixer at Harbor Freight. I think it was about $120. It was one they were discontinuing, and I have already gotten way more than my money's worth out of it. It's a workhorse. I can only do two 50-pound bags at a time, but you know, if you move pretty quick and steadily, you can get that job done. Now, all you professionals out there, please don't judge me too harshly on my methods here. My main goal here is just to get that concrete spread out real good so it's filling in all the gaps. And then I just used a magnesium hand float to get it smoothed out really good. Well, the final step of this project was to get the sides back on, and I apologize in advance for my camera work. I actually forgot to set up my camera in the beginning. What I'm using here is some wood that I got from a guy on Facebook Marketplace, one of my favorite places to shop. You might notice the boards are different thicknesses, anywhere from 1.5 inches to about 2 inches thick, and different widths. But I feel like it turned out pretty good. Now, because the far side of the shed is really out of view generally, I went ahead and used scrap pieces for some of the boards. Well, it's been about a week since we finished the job on G's shed, and I wanted to see what would happen with some rain, things like that. And we did have a really good rain, and the shed did not even get wet. And part of that is because we have such canopy over his pen, and so the rain, even if it's pretty windy, the rain ends up just falling straight down. So I kind of figured that would happen. Now in the winter, we do get a lot of, what are you doing? He's using the fence post to scratch that little part behind his horns where he can't get to. But as I was saying, in the winter, we do get some snow. Take a look at the video I made last winter in February, I think it was. We do get some snow here. And a lot of times the wind will be blowing. You don't have the leaves and everything to kind of filter that wind. And so that is going to be a concern, but I know what I'm going to do on that. So once winter comes, what I'll do is I'll take those pieces of tin that used to be the sides of the shed, and I'll just, around the bottoms, on the sides and the back, I'll just temporarily screw up those pieces of tin horizontally. That'll keep any snow from blowing in at the bottom of the shed. So that's going to about do it for this video. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. I hope maybe you've learned something. I'd love if you'd leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video, especially if you have any comments like things that you might have done differently. I would love to hear those. Maybe it's something that I can go ahead and incorporate at this point. So thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I appreciate it very much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you and your family.